Alright, what's up? I'm Charm City 187. Yo, the Ravens beat the Miami Dolphins today 26-23. For me, the score wasn't as close as the scoreboard said it was. Our defense was pretty much dominating them the whole game. They had 22 yards rushing. Tannehill was 21 of 40 for 272 yards, 6 sacks, and 35 hurries or hits. And they were getting after him the whole game, only rushing 4. We didn't do any crazy blitzes or anything. We were rushing 4, dropping everybody else. Mike Wallace, he had an alright first half. He was 7 receptions for 105 yards. But after the first half, he didn't do a goddamn thing. And then he dropped about 4 or 5 passes in the second half. Meanwhile, every single time the ball was thrown to him, he was crying like a little bitch for a penalty flag. Ladarius Webb, he looked good. James Ahedebo looked good, except for when it was either 1 or 2 plays in pass coverage. The last drive, it was like a 40-yard completion to Charles Clay where Ahedebo cut under the route instead of staying with him. And I think the other one was when bombed Mike Wallace in the first half. But besides that, Ahedebo did good. He had an interception, but he couldn't keep both feet in. I didn't hear Matt Elam's name called too much, so that's pretty good for him. He wasn't getting torched. But Jimmy Smith, I've been saying this all year. Jimmy Smith has been a Raven entirely too long to suck as bad as he still sucks. The one touchdown pass to Charles Clay, Jimmy Smith looked like he was fucking on another planet. Like, he was completely fucking clueless. And I know at least 2 times today where a ball was thrown within 2 or 3 feet of Jimmy Smith's face, and he didn't even see it, didn't get a hand up, didn't even attempt to knock it down or catch it. And he's been a Raven too long to still suck as bad as he sucks. Another play with Jimmy Smith. It was like 3rd and 14. The guy ran a 10-yard comeback route. And with Jimmy Smith, everybody knows all you got to do is either run a curl or a double move, and Jimmy Smith will end up in the same place every time, and that's laying flat on his face. And what happened? The guy ran about a 10-yard comeback on 3rd and 14, caught the ball. Jimmy Smith laying flat on his face. The guy run up the sidelines for 20-some yards. And it happens entirely too much. Jimmy Smith, the only thing he can do is run with a guy across the field. Anything on his side of the field, he's going to get burned. If it's a stop and go or a curl or anything like that, he's done. But yeah, the defense was unstoppable. Besides Jimmy Smith, and I like James Ahedebo in run coverage. He just needs a little bit of work in pass coverage with staying deep and that kind of thing. But he's coming along. Jimmy Smith is not getting better at all. Offensively, Flacco, 19 of 32 for 269 yards, 2 sacks. Is it me, or is Flacco score more points on the Ravens than the Ravens defense let up? Like, I swear to God, if he hasn't scored more points against our defense and our defense is let in, it's really close, because like it's ridiculous. This is another game. This is like Cleveland, Houston, and Miami. No touchdown passes. Well, he threw one today, but he threw it to the wrong team. But yeah, that's your $120 million quarterback. Torrey Smith looked good today, 6 receptions for 121 yards. Tandon Doss looked good. He had a couple nice catches. Thank God that Ed Dixon didn't drop any balls today. They finally used Ray Rice the way they're supposed to use him. I swear to God, this is the first time I've seen him throw a screen pass to Ray Rice all year long. Deontay Thompson, he had a couple nice ones and a big penalty that they called against who was it? Grimes or somebody like that, a pass interference, because Thompson beat him deep. So we got the ball at like the 15-yard line, and Peyton just threw his first pick. Bitch. But yeah, Ray Rice, 27 carries for 74 yards, averaging a little bit over 2 yards a carry. That's pathetic. Bernard Pierce, 11 carries for 46 yards, averaging a little bit over 4 yards per carry with a long of 28. My brother said it at the beginning of the year. I didn't believe him, but he said Bernard Pierce is going to end up taking snaps from Ray Rice, and then he's going to end up beating him out. And I don't know if it's because of Ray Rice's hip or what, but I've been saying it since the preseason. He looks slow. He's not hitting the hole right, and I don't know what it is, but they need to fix it, and they need to fix it now. Now on to the main problem with the team, and that is the offensive line. Yep. Alright. Can anybody please tell me why they found it so necessary to go get Eugene Monroe to take over for Bryant McKinney, who I personally don't think has been playing bad at all. He had one fuck up today. One. And the guy beat him around the edge, and he got his hand on the ball when Flacco was throwing it, and then ended up into a pick six. But that was the only bad play McKinney had all game. I mean, Jesus Christ, Gino Gradkowski snaps the ball and has a guy run by him on each side of him, and he doesn't even get a hand on either one of them. He snaps the ball, and a guy runs past him on both sides of him, and he doesn't even have the common sense to stick a hand out and maybe knock him off a little bit. You don't even touch him. And then after Osemele went down and Shipley came in, who's supposed to be our backup center, God, shit really fell apart then. I mean, they were just walking right through the middle of the line. Like, Flacco was running for his life, and maybe that's why he didn't have another touchdown pass today. But I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. Why go get Eugene Monroe? Well, now I'm actually glad they did get him, because Luke Joeckel broke his right ankle today for Jacksonville, and that's why they got rid of Eugene Monroe, because they got Luke Joeckel in the as the second pick this year, and he's taking over left tackle from Monroe. So, I mean, Jacksonville is really fucked right now. But I mean, if we're gonna make the move to get a left tackle when we don't need one, why not make a fucking move to get a center when we really need one? Like, it makes no sense to me. We need a center. We need an anchor for the line, and it's not Gino Gradkowski. He's a fucking joke. He sucks. I mean, every time you look at him, he's laying on the ground, either laying on his back or laying flat on his face sideways, because when he's trying to run block, he can't get any push and just falls right on the ground. Like, he's horrible. But yeah, until they get their center situation down. And alright, this is another thing. Brandon Stokely has like 11 catches, 9 of them on third down. The only two people on the team before this game that had caught a third down pass was Brandon Stokely and Dallas Clark. Why would you get rid of the one guy on your team that can catch a third down pass? Like, it does not make any sense to me. And I don't know. It just doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. But yeah, until the Ravens can get their center situation figured out, it's going to be close games like this all year long, because the passing game is suffering from it, the run game is suffering from it. At least our defense is getting back in we can turn the ball over without worrying about the other team just driving straight all the way down the field. Thank God. But yeah, all right, I'm out. See y'all, what is it, Sunday? I'll see you Wednesday or something with my picks video. And I'm out. Peace.